All right, so y'all should be able to find it on Nor Allah Havid. It should have just went live for y'all to see it, and that way we can hear it. Just make sure the camera stay down low a little bit. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is Love, Life, and Relationships, and we have some special guests on the line. Ladies, would you like to introduce yourself?
What they do. I'm just joking. Hi, my name is Kay. And that's it. Next.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Marie Claire, and everybody here calls me MC. I have another channel called The Modern Day Ancestor. Hi, everyone.
Dina.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dina, also Dream Sequoia. I'm happy to be here, and it's a beautiful day.
What's your page, Dina?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Dream Sequoia on YouTube. I'm also I'm trying to dive into my creative side, so you'll see me doing some writing and also some singing a little bit. So yeah, it's just a fun time over there.
Okay, y'all heard the ladies. Cakes, you want to give yours or? Okay. So today on Love, Life, and Relationships, we are talking manifesting relationships, love, life, and relationships, just manifesting in general, because we could probably going to touch on a few different points. The ladies felt like this is a discussion that we should be having because, Dina, can you give us a little background on the discussion?
Yeah, I was just saying that we can, when you manifest your person that you idealize, you also want to think about the behaviors too that comes with that manifestation. Because I have that person come and be brought to our life, but if we haven't learned the tools and also the lessons in our own healing journey, we're going to repeat those vicious cycles with that new person and end up, breaking up, or things get misconstrued when we could have put down boundaries, or we could have just set a different mind frame altogether, especially because you're manifesting someone that God has divinely put in your path. And it's going to be expected for you to have that level of embracing that person on that vibration, so that you won't go back to lower vibration behaviors too. So it's a matter of being mindful of what you're doing, and also have an ability to apply consciously present in your present, so that it'll just be second nature to you too.
I love what you said. MC, would you like to add anything? Do you have anything to say?
I totally agree, actually, with what Dina just said. So basically, when we do our manifestations, it's totally valid that we need to have the mindset and the tools necessary. So we need to be prepared for the manifestations that are coming our way, in order to be able to keep them, in order to be able to multiply them, whether we be manifesting relationships, a good community, or a good career, whether we be manifesting something in our finances, whatever it is, we need to have a leadership mindset that would allow us to maintain them, grow them, and keep them around. Or else we are just going to be repeating the same patterns.
Okay, Cakes, how about you?
I concur. Y'all have to forgive me. As you would know, taking walk through manifestations, your spiritual life be lifing. So I'm participating and still lifing right now. So forgive me for the in and out. But yes, my TikTok, y'all could follow me on TikTok, is cakes_mix_. That's my brand, Cakes Mix. So, but about manifestation, I agree with the both of them. As we get deeper in topic, I can give more of an insight, but I have nothing to add to what they stated.
Okay, I agree with both of the ladies. Dina, would you like to elaborate more on like either maybe what you're looking for or like what giving them some tips or whatever it is you want to give?
Yeah, because I was thinking like, I think we have to individually make sure we do a deep dive of our ego. Our ego sometimes can get the best of us, and sometimes we can even fool ourselves, be like, "Oh yeah, I'm the baddest one doing this and that." But then, when it comes down to it, are we really addressing some hard truths about ourselves? Are we really looking at the journey and saying, "Okay, am I really healing? Am I really applying the tools to myself? Am I really this kind of person after all?" So it's a matter of doing self-reflection, introspective look to see what's actually who is the person that I'm trying to be to align with this person, and is this person going to really fit, or is this person having issues that I am not really addressing, I'm just glancing over, and I really need to really have an honest, deep look at my own self.
I totally agree.
Yes.
I agree. But healing is a lifelong journey. I'm sorry, what was that? Well, hold on. Let me say, I totally agree with what she's saying, but also healing is a lifelong journey. So you may grow in one way, and as I always tell y'all, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So when you're ready to grow in certain areas, then those things will start to lead you in that direction. Definitely self-assessment is important. So I totally agree 100% with you. Go ahead, KK. Forgive me.
No, you're fine. I was just saying snaps on that. I agree with all of that. You have to take responsibility of self first, because you cannot manifest something that you're not, because the person that or the thing that you're manifesting should be a mirroring of who you are. If we are not of the Father, God, whatever may you want to call him, or her, your preference, we are a mirror of that. And the goal is to correct the things in us that we need to do for self, within self, to move forward in our own journeys. We all have our own ways of getting there. So when we're manifesting, someone to manifest a relationship, someone to manifest money, you have to be in alignment with that. It's not about, okay, let me just gather this energy, let me write this down, and it's nice and I have it and I have a power and authority. There are things that you have to go through. So you also have to be mindful what you ask for. Like you say, you have to keep your hands clean, and you have to move forward, and you have to accept the lessons in that. You have to take accountability even when it stings and it hurts. Mm-hmm. You have to take accountability. You go through your change. We could talk about when you're going through a glitch. We call it glitches.
Yes.
When you're going through a glitch, it's not. Going through a glitch is not easy. You may not want to eat. You may be led to fast. You may not be able to eat. You may not want to get up and do nothing. You may not, and sometimes, and as you go through glitches, because as you say, you never stop healing. You've never stopped learning. You've never stopped evolving, expanding. You got to learn that you still got to go through life, because life be lifing. Mm-hmm. Life be life, and you gotta go through a good glitch and still gotta go take the kids to school. Good mommy's fine.
Still got to be a good mom. Still got to be a good wife. Yes, all those
you know,
things.
you still gotta, so when you are manifesting these things and you're correcting what you need to correct in yourself because you want to feel confliction unless you're meant to feel it. So you're correcting what you need to correct in self. You have to take accountability for it, but you also do have to set boundaries at the same time. So you have to be the person of many hands. You manifest, set boundaries, expand, grow, and learn how to move through life when all the distractions and everything happen. All of that is, to me, is a part about manifesting. It's not just writing it down. It's not going to get you there. And constantly on it is not going to get you there. You got to manifest it, know you have it, leave it alone, do what you do, and then sometimes you got to come right back to it. And like how you said, it's planting.
Yeah, you might have planted an avocado tree unbeknownst to you. They take a long time to grow. MC?
Actually, the ladies did, and you guys did sum it up. But I want to connect the dots on everything because healing is a lifelong journey, and we have to put ourselves in the mindset of receiving the blessings that we are trying to manifest. And also, manifesting can take 1 minute, 1 day, 1 year, depending on our vibrational frequency, depending on how much work we are actually doing on getting into that vibrational frequency that will keep us aligned with our manifestations. In order to do that, we could actually be trying to, we could actually be aware of the behaviors and the patterns, the thought processes, the emotional things that are coming to the surface every single day. So for all of that, we are connecting the dots in here to come to a point where we have to do the work in order to manifest. So the work is being aware, maintaining self-awareness, despite having our regular lives that we have to live, but we need not to compromise our spiritual journey for the sake of our daily lives. We can, however, sacrifice a little bit of our daily lives in order for the sake of our spiritual journey, because this is what is bringing us back home to God, back home to Source. So this is my 2 cents on it, is that we have to keep doing the work every single day, keep noticing those notions that are coming up to the surface every once in a while. And these patterns, whatever we thought we might think that we already healed, they're gonna be triggers. There's gonna be tests. There's gonna be people that are going to trigger us. There's gonna be a lot of situations that we're gonna be put through, and if we are not ready to come out to the outside world, we are still going to be tested, and we are still going to repeat those patterns. So these are coming back in order for us to go back to that and continue the healing of that thing that is keeping coming back, because maybe there's still work to be done on that part. So we might think we're healed, but again, we're going to be tested once and time again, whenever there is a part that's not fully healed, in order to complete the work on that part. And so I not notice that, but we're all triggering each other even in here, so that we continue doing the work every single day.
Are you single? Are you single or in a relationship?
No, single.
So for single people who are single, have a job, may have a pet, may go to school, and now you have suffered a glitch in your life, what advice would you give them?
Some work is meant to be done on your own, and some work is meant to be done in relationships. Some work is actually done through not just partnerships or romantic relationships. It can be done also through our communities, through our colleagues. Some people are sent to our lives to trigger us in some ways that we might not be aware of in the beginning, but then we realize that even for single people, you still get put in situations that bring up or might bring up the worst in you, but that is just triggering you to heal that part, you know? So even if you're single, there are things, or you are made like to be single for a certain specific amount of time, where you need to look inwards and look for that inner wisdom that you might have to figure out who you are, to figure out your place in the world based on standing your ground, figuring out what power it is, and standing in your power, and then portraying out to the world that light that you have in you to make it shine. Because this is who you are. So you need to know who you are in order to portray it back to the world. And that's for single people. So I don't think we have the capacity to get into a healthy relationship until we achieve that part.
Well, my thing is, so for a single person, and say I was doing whatever I was doing, before I realized I'm going to go through a spiritual awakening. So I got to go to work every day. I got to, live life, whatever my life is. I may have to interact with people or whatever. So I like the fact that you said sometimes we go in isolation. So that's one of the things, because a person might not realize that they're even going through a spiritual awakening at the time. So it could be kind of easy for a person to mistake that as something else. What, I don't know. I'm not a therapist. We're not here to analyze anybody, but I just do know, like, it's probably a little more undetectable when you're not, probably connected. Dina, what advice would you give somebody? Because where Dina at? Dina, are you hearing here?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was cutting out, but
Okay,
what was
so
the question again?
you're married.
Sorry.
So as a married person in a relationship going through in a spiritual awakening, what advice would you give to someone that is a mom, has to work, maybe deal with a husband, go to school, whatever it is that a mother would do in your circumstances? What advice do you recommend? And what was the first things that you noticed that when you went through your spiritual awakening?
Well, for me, I would say first you got to define what is manifestation. Manifestation is basically setting your goals and putting steps while navigating the real world too. Because while you could put it on paper, you don't want to be in Delulu all the time. You gotta be more realistic about your situation and also the circumstances that you already have while going through a spiritual journey too.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, because I asked you about the spiritual journey, but you brought it back because you said manifestation, because I was wanting to link the other one to the other. So you did it. Thank you, Dina. Okay, no, go ahead, finish, please.
Sorry. But you gotta it's about
your phone is cutting out, Dina.
through your spiritual journey, you're gonna find yourself evolving. I'm sorry, can you guys hear me?
Can you repeat what you said, because it blacked out?
Oh, I'm sorry. As you go through your spiritual journey, you're gonna see yourself go through you're gonna go through evolving, and you're gonna need to put down boundaries too, especially if you're with a partner that really is not woke at the point, or you're not even going through the same journey that you're going through. So it's a matter of standing in your own power and also identifying what you're manifest realistic.
You're breaking up again,
Is to have, be healthy. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you blacked out on the last part.
I think it's a lag between.
I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. Let's get another picture. All right, I think you guys.
Oh, okay, you back? Okay, good.
I think you guys can hear me now.
Yes.
So basically, whenever you're going through your own spiritual journey in a marriage, it's about being realistic with your manifestations and putting steps into practice while still setting boundaries, because you might be with somebody that's not going to be woke or not want to change their behaviors or actions that's going to be on a spiritual growth that you're trying to go on. So it's a matter of just staying true to yourself and navigating, with respect to your partner, but also staying true to yourself and respecting yourself too, because it's very important in your spiritual that self-care and have that time to develop your spiritual growth, but at the same time putting steps into place to maintain that positive vibration, a higher vibration in your mindset, and also the actions that you do. Now, unfortunately, as you go through your spiritual growth, you might come to an impasse where your partner might not be aligned with the things that you're trying to do. And a lot of the manifestations and the blessings that you're trying to achieve might not even come until you cut out some things that's not going to be aligned with you.
I was getting ready to ask you that. How hard is it to manifest with a person that is not in alignment with you, or have you experienced that? I was going to ask you that, and I'm glad you said that. So I didn't want to cut you off, but
no, you're fine, because that's what I'm dealing with right now. I with my spiritual growth this year, I don't smoke and drink, and I pull back a lot of the behaviors that I used to have. Unfortunately, my husband, he does the opposite, and it really has been about setting my boundaries and being firm in my communication and letting him know that I respect you. You got to respect me and my journey too. And if they do respect you, they'll be able to work with you. But if they don't, then that's one of those impasses that you're going to have to, come to the realization that is that something that's really for me, and that's something that's really going to provide me additional growth with my journey. And unfortunately, those are hard truths.
I got a question. If spirituality is such a great thing, why would it promote for you to have to break up your family? And I'm just playing devil's advocate here because y'all know I'm a spiritual person. So, but
it's not that you want to break up. It's just that it's actually highlighting things that were already there. They say that, I could give an example of the reality TV. People say that, oh, well, you get on reality, it's going to break up your marriage and all that. But honestly, it really wasn't the catalyst to it. It was just highlighting things that was already there that you just glanced over, that you just, pulled back on and not said anything about, or you was just too intimidated or whatever it may be. And now going through your own growth and spiritual journey, you're building that confidence, you're building that voice, you're building that mindset, you're remembering things about yourself that you've forgotten, that you let just slide by the wayside, that shouldn't have in the first place. And it's like, you have to either embrace it, or it's either you're going to progress with the truth of who you are, or you're just going to regress and go back to the old ways and still be stuck in a situation where you know you wasn't really happy in that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So as far as your experience, like right now, and is there any information you would like to give to people, somebody that's listening, that could kind of help them navigate through that?
I would say, first off, just know, don't be hard on yourself. Yes, we need to take a deep dive into our ego, but just know that this is a lifelong journey that you're going to be going through. Because we are in the flesh, we're going to be making mistakes, we're going to be learning things, and we're going to be going through a lifelong healing just by our whole nature. So don't be too hard on yourself, but at the same time, embrace those things that you may have forgotten, and embrace the things that you also are acquiring at the same time, because you are valid and you mean a lot, just like anybody else. So take that take that chance on, bet on you, because I'm sure you've been doing a whole lot, overstating yourself, or even giving out more than you should, or being a sucker and being like, okay, I'll do it for you. This one point in your life, it's okay to be like, I want to take care of myself, because self-care is not just about, getting a massage and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's about also, taking care of your mind, even taking care of your body, even embracing a whole things of who you are. Self-care is just so much more that you should be able to just feel good and be happy about your life, and not feel so weighed down about the troubles of the world.
You said a mouthful on that. I agree. Self-care is more than just going to the spa. You definitely got to make sure your mental is physical, mentally, spiritually, all interconnected. KK, what you got for us? Anything?
Yeah, I just want to say, whatever you manifest, whatever you want to manifest, relationship, home, car, money, whatever it is, be able to birth it. Because whatever you want to manifest, you better be able to birth it. Because it's just not going to appear. You got to put it in the work. You got to carry that load. You got to carry it. And a load does not mean only to weigh you down. You got to carry what you want to birth. So that's what I say with that. I mean, and self-care is for everything, not only for singles, also in a relationship. You have to be able to balance everything. Your yin has to match with your yang. So your opposites have to learn how to get along, because they teach you, opposites don't attract and this and that. It does. But you has to put in the work, and that has to be the goal.
Any manifestation tips?
On manifestation, I say, and this one I tap into my spirituality side. For manifestation, I say, honestly, cleanse your energy. Okay, you want to purify your air. Okay, you gotta, all that matters. Have earth, water, fire, air around you. You need your elements. That's what you want to tap into. Know what you're getting into before you get into it. Rule number 1. Okay? Mm-hmm. Do your research. Don't just follow me. I am not the way. Okay? Only God is. Don't follow me. Go do your research. Okay? It's okay to learn, but do your research. Okay? Don't. You don't know me like that, and I don't know you. But my thing is, elements around you, do your research, have your elements around you, and know whatever you're manifesting, be able to birth it. Don't want something that is not yours. All of this, listen, because it's just telling me to tell y'all, because this generation. Listen, sit here and try to manifest this guy, this girl, this other person, guy, this other person. Want what you want for yourself, because let me tell you, when I say, I don't take this lightly, oh, what she's saying, oh, whatever I want, be able to birth, so whatever I do, be able to carry that goes with the good and the ugly of it. Because whatever you do is 3 times 3, okay? So whatever you manifest and be able to birth, because when you birth and you're birthing a child, you still have to experience the pain. You still have to go through it. Even at the end of a joyous moment where you hold a baby in your hand. So just know, when you manifest it, be able to carry that weight, be able to deal with it, what you want to manifest. So back to it, it's different ways you could do it. You could write it down, you could speak it, you could say affirmations. You want to always speak things in the present as you have it, as you feel that you're guided to do, And for me, I like tapping into the energies around me. I love nature. So I like tapping into nature, and you always want to be grounded. And anything you do, you want to do it in love and light. And when I say love and light, pure heart. You could, that's another topic. That's not what we talked about. That's
you got any?
That I on.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. You have any tips, MC? Your mic is off.
Yeah, I just agree with what Cakes just said, and I want to add to it that each and every one of us has their own way of manifesting. Obviously, we shouldn't be taking one person's method of manifestation as our own. I think we gotta try different methods and see what really works for us. So I guess it's also based on experience that we do this. Again, whenever we have something that we're working on, I believe that releasing the old is a very good way to make space for the new to come in, because whenever you have a cup that is full, if you don't let go of the old beliefs, behaviors, patterns, everything that is holding you back, you won't be able to have the space for the new patterns and new programming that will keep you in the mindset or will keep you in the vibration and frequency of your manifestation. So in order to have that space for them, to hold space for them, we need to release what is no longer serving us. So that is my way anyway, but I'm happy to share it. You don't have to take my word for it, but again, everybody has their own methods, and that's what works for me.
Dina?
I just want to recommunicate what they were saying, that I'm not no professional, no guru or anything. So I can only give you anecdotal advice from my personal experience. But I will always suggest that you do your own research. You be truthful in what works best for you. And also, just know that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to feel like you need to do a do-over. it might happen. You might have to do a couple of do-overs, and that's okay. But just know that you're still on a journey, and you're still going to have the information out there, or even come across people that can give you advice that may be able to resonate with your situation, or at least provide some insight that can help you further in your journey too.
I love all those ideas, and all of them can possibly work for any number of you. You have not because you ask not, and the Bible says keep asking. I put scriptures on the wall in the community tab, and it says the same thing: keep asking. So a manifestation to me is like the thing that you can envision, that you know you want, or something that you're trying to bring into your reality. And I feel like, what do y'all feel about, when we said manifesting love? Because the power of life and death is in the tongue. So could we be inadvertently sometimes casting love spells, which is something that we probably shouldn't be doing? But it is a thing of us, pulling in a person, but not against a person's free will, because you never want to do anything against a person's free will. You want to pull in the energy that's pulling in, to you. But is there a thin line that we could potentially be walking in that area?
Unknowingly, probably yes. I would say unknowingly. I don't know. That's a question. That's a question.
I think as humans, especially if you have a big heart, you more than likely will unintentionally maybe have, said a spell not knowingly. But again, it's unintentional. It's not like you're trying to do something evil toward anybody. It's one thing is being with intention and trying to manipulate a situation, put your hands in it, and actually trying to force somebody to not make a choice but make your choice. But otherwise it's gonna happen, because like I said, nobody's perfect. We're human, and it's gonna, especially if you got a big heart and you just love to be loved, or you just love to be romanticized and things of that nature, it might just happen and you not knowing it happened. However,
unintentionally.
Right, but that person is going to still have that choice. So it's not like it's going to be so powerful to make them force your way. It's going to be just a light kind of magic that's going on. Just a delicate magic that it might get touched a little bit by them, but they'll still have a choice on if they want to choose a route with that person or not. At least that's what I think.
I like how you said delicate magic.
It depends on the mindset, honestly. If I don't know how y'all will call, some will call it magic, some will call it energy. It's real, and it totally depends on the mindset and the person that's casting. Intentionally and unintentionally.
Right.
Because you can do it to your mate. You could be thinking about them and they call you, or they go, you guys go out, or you have an intimate moment. Like, that's why I said, for me to answer it, I wanted to go about answering it, because it could be unintentional and intentionally, and it could be high vibrational, and it could be done in a low vibrational state.
Yes. Because at the time when we're thinking about it, or when we're thinking about the person, we may think that it's the best thing, but it might not be the best thing. MC, what you got?
Okay, so first of all, the whole love spell thing is definitely contradictory for me, at least, because it goes against free will. So, but I do agree that there is sometimes a thin line where we are manifesting what we think we are manifesting. However, God has a bigger plan. Like, in our mind, relationship, but because of, I don't know, some kind of programming that we have, like a societal programming or trauma or whatever it is, some kind of programming, whatever the program is, we might think that this is what healthy love looks like. For example, I'm giving specifically the love because we're talking about relationships right now. But what we think is a healthy relationship is, or healthy love is, might be actually a biased version or a biased view of that based on the programming that we already have. So in order for us to be manifesting real healthy love, we need to be mindful of our wording and of how we pronounce it and how we ask for it, because the universe will grant you exactly what you tell them to. So, that's one thing. So we need to be mindful of not having like a distorted version of what we think it is, but God has a higher perspective. So God has a broader view of what a healthy thing is for us, So we need to trust God and not limit ourselves by the way we view things. That's
I
my
agree.
take on it.
Cakes, you got anything?
That's crazy because I was talking. But I was saying, yes, because just to add to what MC was stating, that, because spiritual arrest, prison, penitentiary is real.
Hello.
Okay? It's real. So I don't judge the side. For me, it's all energy. It's just how you use it, and be prepared for however it come out. It's gonna come back. So make sure when it come out, it come back stronger and more powerful than what you already got it as. But understand that you can't be spiritually arrested, and you don't want them type of problems. And you don't want to get kicked out of the kingdom of God,
girl.
And you don't want to have to fight your way back in. And you don't want to know what it's like to feel separated. And then you don't want to know what it's like to be like what some of y'all may know, Nebuchadnezzar in the wilderness and wild and crazy. And you don't want to know.
Period.
So,
Dina,
know what you get into before you get into it.
Exactly. Know what you're doing before you do it. Dina, you got anything you want to say?
Not much. I agree with everything you guys said.
So, in conclusion, for manifestation, is there anything that we would want to leave with the people? Do you think we touched the things that we need to touch on as far as like somebody brand new in a relationship or not in a relationship, trying to navigate how am I manifesting? What even is a manifestation? Like I'm not even a spiritual person. I'm, this, that, or the third. And now all of a sudden I'm looking at manifestation. Like, what the hell is that? What do I do?
Set the bar enough to research, because anything worth learning is worth learning. You have to go through your research. I cannot give you the answers because my pathway may not be your pathway.
All right, so what do y'all?
You on some of the clues and some of the things that I took notice and noted, like, let me jot that down. That's important. That can help someone else,
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to do the work. There is no cheat code. There is no for us to get you to jump, because I don't know why they feel like we could jump the line. We can't.
Where should I go look though? Because like if I go look at YouTube, I'm gonna be confused, and because people on YouTube just don't know.
First things first. first, you need to look
And we
within
here, we on
self. You
YouTube,
have to
so
start with self. Self. You cannot try and go run and seek the answers for others, because first you have to get the spirit of discernment. Without that spirit, you don't want to be like the fool. For those in tarot, whatnot, you don't want to be the fool. You understand? You don't want no one to, because sometimes the fool is not a bad thing, but you don't want, okay, this person is teaching you this over here, but they're only teaching you for their benefit. They're not really trying to help you. They're trying to get you to help them. And then this person over here is doing the same thing. You don't want to have to go through so many errors, because that's the whole goal of this, is to teach you all to not go through the errors that some of us had to go through. And it is what it is, you know? But get discernment, get with self, get with God. Have that. You have to have that first before you can have anything else. Get that. And then once you get with God and yourself, and you have that discernment, then you'll know, okay, this is good frequency for me to listen to, because everything is in frequency, y'all. This is good for me to listen to. I can ingest this. This is good for my spirit. Okay, I can't watch this person no more. They not in alignment with me no more. It's okay to understand that people are going to drop off.
Yep.
It's okay to understand that people are not going to understand you. It's okay that some people might persecute you. It is okay when you know you are moving in the fashion and order and the steps that God is leading you to do. It doesn't matter who is with you and who is against you. All that matters is that you keep on moving, because who's supposed to be there is going to be there.
Facts. MC?
Even through all of it.
I just wanted to touch base on what part of what KK just said. The fool might not always be a bad thing, because like we said in tarot, there's the card, the fool. The fool is the beginning of a journey, and in the beginning of a journey, we all make mistakes until we actually learn, and that's what the spiritual journey is. We start somewhere where we know nothing, and then all of a sudden you're going down this very deep rabbit hole, and you start digging for truth. And this is where we start figuring out that, oh, I did that when I didn't know, but now I know better. So when we know better, we get to deeper understanding and deeper discernment. So discernment is not something that is given. Sometimes it grows by experience. Sometimes we already have a certain level of discernment, but it's a trainable skill as well. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's it.
Okay, y'all. So that's it for love, life, and relationships. Hopefully y'all got an understanding of manifestation in love and life and relationships, and we'll touch on it a little bit more. If you like, leave us a comment. Let us know how we did. Let us know your preferred manifestation, technique, and we'll check out y'all next time. See you. Bye. Go with God. Ladies,
Bye.
thank you. No, y'all not hanging up.
Bye.
Y'all not hanging up. Oh, they said bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.